Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So on today's video, continuing the episodes that we have about commander spotlights, as are you going to see in the title as well. Today's commander that we're going to talk about is Salma, which is a very strong female commander that has many uses in the game, and she's one of the key features of the female formation that most people use right now. So let's get started with Salma. Nowadays with the new patch, everything is a little bit more clear, so it's easier for us to talk about her more effectively. So as I said, Salma is a cavalry commander that she's really useful not only in the cavalry department, but she's also giving you some experiment stats. So starting with her max level on the gold quality, she's going to give you a total of 15% of total health, which applies on every lane of your troops. She's gonna give you 40% cavalry attack and 40% spearman attack. So as we're going to see, she's all about offensive, but with a slight hint of defensive as well, with the total health increase. But as in every commander, of course, getting the awakening, looking the awakening is really important. So let's look at her awakening as well. So with the recent patch, as I said, everything is a little bit more clear now. The awakening goes up to a level 40, and as always we got 3 stars of awakening as well. So let's get started. If you press on the details here, next to the awakening level, we can see every level individually, the first 10, 20, 30 and lastly the 40. So starting with the first 10 levels of awakening and the first star, it's the classic increase of the ability damage by 20% and the max level of the commander by 5 levels. On the second tier and the next 10 levels going up to level 20, we got the quality evolution, the cooldown reduction on her active army skill, and another 5 levels on her maximum level. On the third star of awakening and the 30th level, we're going to get the enhanced specialization, which is the classic 1.6 times the original value of the commander. So you're multiplying the 40 cavalry attack and the 40 spearman attack with 1.6 times. And also, of course, we should not forget the total health increasement as well. She also increases her active skill damage by 40%, so it goes up to 60% more damage, and another 5 commander maximum level. And always the last step here, the 4th star awakening and the maximum of the awakening level 40, she's going to get the max stats from her awakening, which is going to be an additional 26% for cavalry and spearman attack, and as well some extra total health, going almost up to 70% extra. But always with the 4th star awakening, we are not always looking on the stats on their shelf, but we are also looking on what the 4th star unlocks. And for Salma, it's going to be all up charge. Her specialized skill, which at the start of the battle, the allied female commanders have an 80% chance to use their active army skill one time directly, but the normal attacks of the troops of the allied commanders, they're going to have a 30% chance of missing the enemies in the first 5 seconds. So where is this skill is really useful is when you're trying to kill somebody fast and you're not going for the war of attrition, for example. So here, using her, if the trigger happens on her active skill here, and if you're running 5 females like Layla, Annie, which else, Arya, and of course there are some tier 5 commanders like Daenerys or Cersei, you're going to to do the maximum amount of damage that you can deal in the first few seconds of the battle, which is going to help you eventually win the battle by overwhelming the enemies, by killing the most of them at the start. So it's not only killing them, but doing this is going to increase your survivability rate as well, because the less enemy the enemy has, obviously he's going to deal less damage on you. So I'm gonna go back on her, but we're going to check her weapon as well, and how this also is really important. But let's give a quick check on her tavern skills before we continue. So in the tavern, Salma needs meat in order to increase her friendship level, and her special quality are going to be aptitude and the combat rate, which is one of the most important quality that you have in the game. On the after unlocking the second tier of awakening, her base quality is going to go up to 10, so she's going to get one more star on aptitude and one more star on combat rate. And on the level 60, which is where most people are going to increase her friendship because it gets more and more expensive afterwards, she's going to give you a total of 315 combat rate and 315 aptitude, which is really good because, as we said, aptitude, the free speed ups, you always use them, is either AC, UC, everyday stuff like resources and stuff, so it's good to have them. And the combat rate is a classic one that most people are the hungriest about, looking to get the most combat rate in order to fight other people as well. So let's go to, I think, one of the most important weapons that are in the game right now, that completely changes a commander. The Mighty Scythe is going to be the Salma weapon here, and as we said, since her overall kit is cavalry focused, her weapon of course is going to give you cavalry attack and total health, 27.5% cavalry health, cavalry attack, sorry, on the base level, and 6.88 total health, going up to 55% cavalry attack and 13.75% total health in the max level. So why this weapon transforms Salma is that, if you remember correctly, I'll put it on the right side as well, the unbuffed 4-star ability. Her ability now, her Warsaw Awakening skill, the all-out charge, from 80% chance of all allied commanders cast their active skill, goes up to 100%. So they're going to 100% use their active skill at the start of the battle. And as you're going to see here on the right side as well, this completely removes the debuff that you have from her 4-star ability, which was that you have a slight chance to miss your normal attacks against the enemy for 5 seconds. So this weapon completely negates this debuff for your troops, and also makes the 80% chance a complete 100% chance for her active skill to work, which is really strong and really important if you're going to go for the Salma Awakening and use the female lineup, that you have to get her weapon. The power boost that it gives, I think, is one of the biggest, the strongest weapons that you can have for a commander right now. And if you keep upgrading the weapon as well, she's going to increase the damage coefficient up to 150% against the enemy from the active army skills. And of course, if it adds another level of buffing on the skill on the max level, if the target troop is defeated by this skill, the skill is going to be cast one more time, which actually makes it really strong compared to the plain weapon. So if that triggers, you're going to have more commanders activating and activating all over again. And a little secret here, since the Kingdom Celebration is up as well, if you combine that with the strong assault, strong assault, which increase your active army skill by a further 20% for your commanders, and the follow-up skill, which triggers additional dragon attacks with the active army skill, you are going to have one of the strongest, if not the strongest, female combo that there is available in the game right now. So I think that's about Salma and her overall power. I think she's a powerhouse, really strong commander, especially if you're going for the female synergy, which is more and more used these days. So thanks for staying that long in the video, guys. I usually try not to make them too long, but always keep talking. So here's another 12-minute video about a commander in the game. So again, thanks for watching, and I see you on the next one.
I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.